We are back. All right, so today we're going to speak about Earth being a school, Earth school, right? And so we're also going to touch base about karmic debt. And that could be from past lives or present life, like right now, the present, right? And so in my awakening, I discovered that Earth is a school, that we come here to learn, to gain experiences, to overcome them, and move on to different things. And a lot of people see the world this way, right? It's nothing new to certain people, because that's how they're programmed to be, right? But for me, that wasn't my case. So I learned that Earth is a school and that we come here to evolve and learn new things and get new lessons and get new obstacles, like new levels, new devils type of scenario, right? So one of the ideals that helped me overcome my obstacles and like coming to forgiveness and not passing judgment was the fact that we sometimes have to go through the things that we go through in order to pay karmic debt. And that could be from like this lifetime or previous lifetimes, right? And it also gave me the understanding that some of us have past lives, right? And that we come with karmic debt, which means it's just unsettled business with people from the past, right? And that some of us reincarnate, right? So I believe in reincarnation. I do, because I'm the proof of it. And I also believe in karmic debt. And so in my journey, I've encountered people who I've had past life karmic debt. For example, the family that I was born into, I had karmic debt with them, right? And some of the people that I've encountered in my life, I've had karmic debt with them, right? And yeah. And so a lot of the situations that I've endured have been things that I had to go through in order to settle that karmic debt. I hope that makes sense to someone. It's a little bit confusing because in order for us to get to that point of understanding about karmic debt and past lives and, having unfinished business with people from past lives, we have to truly be at a point where we believe in that. But that's what I'm being called to share it on, to speak on. So I gotta do my job. So because of that, right? Because of all the things that I went through, which were horrific, right? And the things that people did to me and the things that I did, right? And then I met new people, like as I was going through my awakening, I met new people with whom I had past life connections with, and whom I also learned that I had like soul contracts with, right? To get things done now, then it was easier for me to believe in, past lives and karmic debt and soul contracts and all that good stuff. But where I'm trying to get on with this is that because we have these past life karmic debt, right? And some of us have, well, all of us have a soul contract. It's just specific for each person, right? Because of that, I also learned that sometimes we have to go through the things that we go through because it's written in our contract. And that also gave me like it opened my eyes a lot. Like I was like, what? So you mean to tell me that they were supposed to do this? And you mean to tell me that such and so was supposed to do that? And that, the Most High God forgives them and stuff, and that all they have to do is go back to God, and they're forgiven? And that they've done this, and that, and God still loves them and forgives them? And then I was like, oh. It just, it gave me a different perspective on how we carry ourselves as human, about how much judgment we pass on one another, and how much we really don't know. Like, we focus on what doesn't really matter, when God is so forgiving. He just really wants us to turn around, learn the lesson, go on and find him again. And by finding him, he means love yourself, and then I'll be right there. I'll pop up. So yeah. So going back to the lesson with karmic. No, not karmic. It's Earth School, right? So we come here to learn. And some of the experiences that we go through, whether we're proud of them or not, were written in the stars for us to make those mistakes or go through those things, because it was part of our karmic debt from another past life. Can you imagine all that the scope of that? Right? I'm really excited about that, because I'm like, really? Yeah, really. So we have soul contracts, and in those contracts, in there it indicates the things that we're supposed to go through and overcome and learn from, and which is why Earth is a school. Back to the lesson. We're supposed to learn from the experiences that we go through and not continue to repeat them. But then again, we have to also understand that some of those things that we go through were things that we were supposed to go through, that we were supposed to experience, because it was part of our contract with the Most High God before we got here. Because when we come here, right, we go through a veil of forgiveness, forgetfulness, right? So we forget, and then, we forget that we made a contract with God, and that we said that we were going to go through this, and that, and this is what we were going to do when we got here, and blah, 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 blah. So this is why it's important that we heal, so that we can remember who we are, so that we can remember why we came here and what it is that we came here to do. And the only way we could get to that point is if we heal and we forgive it all and not pass judgment, and we heal. It's so important that we it's so important that we heal and remember why we came here, what we said we were gonna do, and get it done. But the first step to it is to forgive and not pass judgment. Imagine, think about it. If it's written in the contract of what you were supposed to do, what judgment are you gonna pass for doing such and so? I told you, God, I was gonna come here and smoke some weed. The fuck? And I told you I was gonna heal afterwards and get back to you, and I did. Right? So now we can look at other situations to trigger where I'm going, right? Imagine that if we implement that concept of it's written in my contract, I was supposed to do such and so, and I did it. Now I'm working on getting, back to the Most High God, and then you get there and you're like, God, but I did it. I'm just saying. There's a different way to look at things, and to overcome things. But the first step is that we heal. We need to heal.